Welcome patrons and members. This is a exclusive video just for you guys. I am really excited about this because if you haven't heard yet, our buddy Lou got us a sharpness tester and he also sent me a whole bench full of chisels, literally. I'm also able to add some of my own chisels and we're going to be adding plane irons. So what I want to do is I want to do a mini series for you guys that is kind of like the back end process of everything. Let you know the results as I get them, give you little mini videos leading up to the big YouTube videos. There's probably going to be a couple of them because there's a lot of comparisons we can do. These chisels are from all around the world. We have China, Japan, Germany, Czech, Canadian, or Canada, United States, etc. I mean, it's video content for days. So what I wanted to do was do a little mini video series for you guys so you can follow along and we can all geek out together. Now, this first video that I'm going to be doing is sharpness out of the box. So in total, we have over 30 chisels and about 10 plane irons. But not all of them are new. So this video is just focusing on the new ones. How sharp was it out of the box and how flat was it out of the box? Now, right now you are watching me actually test out one of the new chisels and you can see how long it takes to just get to that point that I'm testing it. But for each chisel out of the box, I tested one side and the other side. So like the left side and then the right side and wrote those numbers down and I'll review them with you, but I don't want to bore you with the footage of me testing every single one of these that way, so let's speed it up.
Nice.
And yes, I did collect the strings because I'm weird like that. I'm curious to see how many strings we actually get in the jar because there's going to be a lot of tests done. Now, if you don't know how these sharpness testers work, you take that string and you pull it through and tighten it down. I did eventually start using tweezers to make it easier. But basically, you tighten that string and then you take the chisel and you rest it on that string and then you slowly, and that's the key here, you have to go slowly. If you go really fast, it's going to give you a false reading of it being sharp. So you have to press very slowly until that string actually breaks. So then after the string breaks, this machine gives you a reading. And that reading is going to correlate over to a chart that they provide you. Now, on that chart, you can see 2000 is basically a butter knife. That's not sharp at all, and that's not going to work for our tools. Ideally, you would want to be, I would say, in the 200 range, probably under 200, but that's something that I'm going to test as well, is how sharp do we actually need to be, and how does that relate to edge retention, but that's something we'll dive into. So sharpness out of the box, here are the results that we have. I am making this spreadsheet available to you guys. You should have gotten an email so you can check it out. I'm going to piece it into a couple different videos, but if you want to see the full thing at once, check your email for that. One thing to keep in mind when looking at these numbers, the sharpness tester we have is about give or take 5. So if its reading is 200, it could be 195 or it could be 205, but this is accurate enough for what we're doing. So to highlight some of the results here, for the plane irons, the Hawk clearly takes the cake. It's at 134 and 163 out of the box. Ashley Isles is at 195 on the one side and 202 on the other. I didn't highlight it because ideally, like I said, you'd want to be under 200, but I really do think that it's close enough. I do want to highlight the runner-up in the chisels here because it was also an Ashley Isles chisel, which I thought was really interesting. So the Ashley Isles chisel comes in at 205 and 224. So I just thought that that was neat. Now, I do also want to say, the one here that you're seeing that's coming in at 1938, which is pretty much, if you go back to the chart, is a butter knife. That is because the edge was pretty severely damaged. I will also be adding 3 more to this sheet. I have a Veritas A2 and a Veritas O1 on the way. I'm also going to be trying to get a blue spruce chisel. They rant and rave that theirs are the best out of the box. They are the sharpest out of the box and the flattest, and I kind of want to put that to the test. I already have a bunch of blue spruce chisels, and the only one they had in stock when I called was a 5/8, and I already have that. But I will be up there on the 18th and 19th. Little secret here, I'm doing a plant tour of the blue spruce plant, so super excited about that. Keep an eye out for that video as well. But I will update you guys when I get those other irons and I get the blue spruce chisel. I'll let you guys know the results of that. On that note, too, just know that sharpness out of the box is not that big of a deal, because usually the sharper it is out of the box, the more expensive it's going to be, because somebody has to sharpen that iron for you. But I was curious to see what this answers were, and hopefully you guys were as well. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, any comments, anything like that, feel free to let us know. Keep an eye out for the next one. It is going to be about how flat is the back. And then there's a little bonus at the end of that one as well. All right, guys, have a good day.